Hello. Before beginning today's topic, I'd like to share with you that you are a genius, you are special, you mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is, does it really matter the elite and what they do? In recent times, we're hearing about this adrenochrome chemical that's produced from young people, from their blood. We have all this news about the deep state and child trafficking, children coming out from under tunnels. Let's see, we also have the Epstein Island. And let me just ask you a quick question. Have you ever looked up the Illuminati? Have you ever looked up anything in that world? I'll be honest, I know that in my youth I surely have. And I've just mentioned some things that will point to me in this recent time looking or researching or knowing some things about our days, right? With the most recent scandals of adrenochrome and all these elites in the Epstein Island. And we also have, what is it, the Hillary emails and all of this. Now, my question and my purpose for this video is to ask how much importance is there? Because yes, there is an aspect of we want to be up to date, we just want to know. But the thing is, and I'll tell you my reason in the beginning of my time why I ever looked up anything in this world. And the plain fact is, well, I'm a human being and humans want to expand. So by lack of conscious, I would look up how to be successful, and you follow one link and it gets you down a rabbit hole, and that's more than fine. But ladies and gentlemen, in this time and age, it's not about that anymore. It's about how can I make my three instruments, my heart, my brain, and my body, and optimize them to their highest degree and move forward. So I mean, we can really spend so much time on YouTube, on the internet. If you're a user of the deep web, there's a lot more content there. So, what are we doing with this? Are we doing this to then go follow suit? Are we doing this to have information in ourselves that's going to validate why I am not successful? Well, I don't do these things, so that's why I am currently living in this situation. What is the purpose? You have to have a purpose as to why you do something, and it is okay if your purpose in looking up, such things about the elites, if your purpose solely is to obtain information, that's fine. But then the next thing is, what outcome does that have for you? Maybe anger towards life, anger towards yourself that you're not connected to be able to consume adrenochrome? Like, do you want adrenochrome? The body is a chemical factory. The body can produce anything the body wants to produce. So what does this mean? Do we need to look X anywhere else? The problem with our day and time is that we have this massive intelligence and we surrender. It points everything to external life. And the problem with not being conscious? So you wake up in the morning and your physical body starts, your emotional body begins, your mental process begin, and your energy starts flowing. How conscious are you to any of these four parts of you? Do you consciously contribute to any of these parts that are the human being? And if you don't, then we now call this um, divine intervention. We call this faith. Anything that happens to me, well, I know I consciously didn't do it, so it must have happened for a reason. And let's say you're not a believer of a bigger creation. Well, then you just settle yourself down into even like a deeper depth of depression or negative emotions of negative energy, because now you're owning up and saying, wow, like my life is this shity because of myself. Because if it's not someone else, then it's only you. And honestly, to those people that own up and say everything that happens to my life is because of me, whether or not you believe of a higher being or not, I bow my head to you. Because I said that's the first step. You have to take ownership of that you are creating life. I eat a banana, you eat a banana, and that banana is going to become you. It's going to be what you see. So the question is, where can I access this process inside of me that is constantly creating? Well, the answer is, ladies and gentlemen, your heart. Now, you might in your memory bank have watched a video and you know that the elites are, doing these heretic things off in islands and consuming adrenochrome, and now you have someone in front of you telling you the secret of life, of power, of being an alchemist, of not letting your external life intervene into your internal state is the power of the heart. So you may not believe me, but I assure you, the power of the heart is massive and it is the key to unlocking your greatest potential. It is what you have been looking for. So, whenever you're spending time on topics about the elite, what is that going to bring you? That's what I do. I'm not a victim to doing this. But then I become conscious of the fact and I said, what is this going to bring me? Am I going to go follow and find adrenochrome and consume it? Because if not, then I really don't care what they're doing. Am I going to be invited to these islands to do horrific things? No. So in the end, this is to say that those things don't matter and they're not going to benefit my life. If something's not going to benefit my life, then I don't need it. And I invite you to do the same. Yeah, get your little bit of information. Spend 30 minutes out of a month or an hour out of the month to, update yourself if you want to do that. But beyond that, look inside yourself and say, what can I do right now that is going to have an impact? Science knows and can show that your thoughts and your emotions causes your life, has an outcome externally. So let's go inside of ourselves, and you are the Illuminati. You are what books are written about. You just have to internalize your power. Well, what happens if we don't internalize our power? This means we're externalizing our power, and you've been living life long enough to know the results of that side of things. So I invite you today to step inside and step into your heart. I remind you now that I have a family that specializes in living from the heart. We are masters and experts at living from the heart and teachers of how to live from the heart. This is an art, and I have a wonderful family that can teach how to live from the heart. I invite you to join us today. This membership also comes with two meditations daily, a weekly meditation, and a monthly meditation. Lastly, I invite you to share this video with your loved ones, with your mastermind group, with your small group of friends, and also comment what topics you'd like to hear about and share with me because I'll be infatuated to know what has opened your eyes most in this recent time regarding the elites and their actions. I'd love to hear it. And also, what are you going to do today to become an alchemist, to become all being? Lastly, I hope to see you on the side of light. Goodbye.